Hey everybody, welcome back to This Old Trike. So, doing a twofer today. I don't know when this is gonna air in relation to the last one I just put out, but you are in for a treat. We're gonna start doing the lineups of all the various years that Honda made three-wheelers. And I figured what better year to start with than the pinnacle of Honda's AT3 manufacturing. Did I just say AT3? ATC. Oh my gosh, it's hot out. Anyway, let's talk about the 1986 Honda ATC lineup. Okay, so I've got two duplicates here, but in 1986 they made 7 Honda three-wheelers. This wasn't the most number of models that they had in a year. That would have been 1985. But really, they were perfecting their game at this point, and it shows. So, if you were a little kid and you wanted a three-wheeler, you would gravitate towards the 1986 125M. Now, I know on the side it says 125, but the model is a 125M. In 1985, so the year before these came out, they did have the ATC 70. But 86 was the first year of the TRX 70, so that was a four-wheeler. I do not have one of those. I've had one at one point. They're neat machines, but they're not three-wheelers. They have too many wheels, so they didn't stick around. Oftentimes things that don't have three wheels don't stick around, but those fat cats have stuck around, so if you're wanting to buy them, just hush. They're not for sale. So, 86 125M. If that was a little bit too small for you, you could get the ATC200S. Now these were low production numbers. I don't know what the actual numbers are. I don't trust the list that's out there as far as accuracy, because if you were going by that list, you wouldn't even see an ATC350X on it. It's just, I don't know where it came from, but it's neat, but I don't think it's accurate. If you wanted to have fun, go fast, but also do some work, you could get the 250SX. These came with some options. You could get the headlight guard with the insert to protect yourself. You could get a rack for the front. You could get a rack for the rear. I don't have either of those on this particular machine. I do have golf cart hubs. Those are not a Honda line option. Those were put on by the gentleman I bought this from, and I have very good intentions. At some point, I promise, I'm going to put original tires on it and powder coat the rims and not put those hubcaps back on. So, blue seats on all these machines. The workhorse of the 86 lineup is the 86 Big Red ATC250ES. Shaft drive, reverse, electric start, as had the 250SX. You could get the Honda line box for the front. These things are going for crazy money right now. I'm very thankful that I got some for a reasonable amount before they started to skyrocket. These are Honda line options. Those things go for 250 bucks. Pretty crazy. Mud flaps, you get mud flaps, the diverter for the back. But these had gray seats. You know, some people have black seats on them, but I don't think that's correct. But I know Honda did some weird things. But this has original tires on the 125M. If you've just watched my 200S video, you know, even though this has OEM tires, they're not original to this machine. That's actually a very desirable puncture resistant option, but it isn't what came originally on that machine. What else? So the workhorse turns, let's skip gears to the entry-level sport machine. This is one of my nicest machines, ATC200X, minus the kicker. I keep forgetting to put that on. I've got the kicker from this machine on my little go-kart that's got an ATC200X motor. It took me forever to find a kickstart to put on that go-kart, and I got to return the original one to this machine. So that's what's up with that. But this is very nice original Only thing I've done to it is put the headlight guard on it. Came with all the paperwork, all the manual, the original air filter. It is just a super duper nice machine. Then ATC350X, King of the Hill. This, I was putting a speedo on it, and it wasn't until I got to where I was going to mount the actual gauge that I realized my speedo is for a 200X second gen. I could put it on that, but I think I'm going to put it on my 87, which is back there. I'm going to get some new tank decals for it and make it nice. But got it from my buddy Tommy. I'll be seeing Tommy at Trike Fest. If you haven't been to Trike Fest and you're thinking about going, you should really go. It's a neat event, and I think we're the point in American history where you don't know if there's going to be another one. You know, I wouldn't be buying green bananas at this point. Anyway, so I was putting the speedo on this. My buddy Tommy won it in a raffle. It said it was for a 350X, but it's not. So I've got to swap that around, which involves pulling the hub, putting a different spacer in there, and putting it back to original. But that's a ATC350X, all original. I've got some nicer rear tires to put on it when I get more time. But then if you wanted to race, you had to get the ATC250R. So this one is my most original, and it's original up to the point of not having the correct front rim and tire. Now if you look, that's a Dunlop. In 86, this should have had an Atsu, an Oats, if you will. Oats Pro Vector PV. It's got Dunlops front and rear, so that is incorrect. I could put these on it. These are the correct PV 701 Atsu Oats rear tires. But that's a Harada front rim, I believe. Harada is, where is it? Show me. Nope, that's Anki. See, this is Anki, which is 86. But it's got that massive dinger right there, so that's terrible. Anyway, I'm getting into the weeds, but this has one version of the headlight guard. This actually might not be, I think that is Honda line, because it's got the two holes in the back. That's one of the tells. Honda did that. This has the two holes because you could put the insert in there to cover the lens. You get a speedo for these. You get over fender for the front. Some options cover the 350X. You could get over fenders front and rear. You could get a speedo. You could get a tack. This is the chrome headlight grille. You could get a chrome without this, just a guard. You could get the painted guard, red. What else came on these? There's options. I'll consult my literature to remind me. That's the hardest part. Well, there's a lot of things about the Honda three-wheelers that changed in the 86 model year, and I just talked about it with the 200S. They went and added a steering lock. That's 86 only, so that's what makes this weird. So 86, 87 didn't have it, 85 didn't have it, so they thought it was a good idea, and maybe they got some market feedback that no, it is not a good idea, take it off. So this has a steering lock, this has a steering lock, should have, but it's been removed for some reason. And this is a steering lock. Helmet holder. Where's the helmet holder? Right here, I guess that's what they're calling your helmet holder, that hook down there. Just did a video on these recently, so I talked about the options that came with these, racks and speedo and other things. But this video, the purpose of this is just to cover what was sold in 1986. So in 85, what models fell off? The 110 stopped being made in 1985. The 200M stopped being made in 1985. Trying to think of what else. That might be it. let me gather my thoughts. Just going through my literature here, the ATC125M, headlight guard, rack, basket, rear rack. Here's that motor, 200S. Now, isn't it interesting that it's got the Pro-Ams on it? So this is pre-production. Apparently they thought they were going to put the Pro-Ams on, but they didn't. Speedo, basket, that rear rack. Interesting design. That's the only machine that it would have been on. I've yet to come across those. If you have one of those and you want to get rid of it, I'd be interested. So I have two of these 250SX. It's got your Pro Vector 301s. Very similar to a 200X tire, but they're different. This would be the same tire as a 250SX and would look the same as that Dunlop KT377 that came on the 200X. 250R, beautiful. So here's the options for the 250SX. That's funny. The mud flaps are so dorky. Does anybody even say dorky anymore? Probably showing my age. So I've regrouped. I don't have a whole lot more to say. I just wanted to take the time to get the lineup done for 1986. Here they are from the back. This is how people that don't ride Hondas usually see Hondas, from the back. Honda was the leader. Their slogan was follow the leader. And if you were on a Yamaha, if you were on a Kawasaki, if you were on a Suzuki, this is how you usually saw the Hondas, with rare exception. But that's how we're going to end it for today. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to do more of these, the model year lineups. You know, 85 is going to be the biggest one, but they all get smaller from there. And sometimes in the 70s there was only one model, so those will be quick. 88 will be quick. But that's all I got for you today. I thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get that sign trimmed out in white, and that's going to be in an upcoming video. Speaking of upcoming videos, it's not an accident that this one is parked right here, and it can be lined up really quickly with the rest. If you haven't seen it already, we've got an 81 to 86 185S to 200S video comparison out there. Catch that if you haven't. And from my garage to yours, I thank you so much for taking your time to watch these. Hope you enjoyed it. And if I missed something, let me know. If I got something wrong, post a comment, let me know that too. I appreciate it. I think I got most things right though, so I always like to be corrected when I did miss a fact. But again, like, subscribe. You don't want to miss anything I'm putting out there. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.